All right, ready for our first case. Please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Michael Lucky, 485-770.
All right, Michael, you heard the introductions. We'll have a parole interview, ask you some questions. You can respond. At the end, you can make a statement. We'll take a vote. You understand the process?
Yes, sir.
We have Mr. Randy Meyer here that will speak at the appropriate time. Michael Lucky, DOC number 485-770, third class offender, parole eligibility date 10/11/2023. Good time 4/10/2025, full term 1/11/2035. You're a 15-year sentence. Legal carrying of a weapon with CDS in possession, possession of a firearm, carrying a concealed weapon. The person is convicted of certain felonies, possession with intent to distribute cocaine, heroin, marijuana, tramadol, legal carrying of a weapon with CDS, concealed weapons by persons convicted of certain felonies, possession with intent to distribute amphetamines, hydrocodone, and Xanax. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, would you answer Mr. Freeman, please?
Okay, Mr. Lucky. How old are you?
41,
How long have you served on this charge?
going on 4 years.
Sir, 4 years?
Yes, sir.
Going on 4 years, okay. What was going on in your life? Were you working?
I was working. Couldn't get my credentials for my welding, so I couldn't get the right employment that I needed.
So were you working at all?
Yeah, at a
Or just
restaurant.
selling drugs?
I was working at Reginelli's. And walk-ons.
Okay. Have you ever received any treatment for your drug problem?
Yes, sir.
What kind of treatment have you received?
Substance abuse. I took substance abuse class, and I was in a program in Orleans Parish. The name of the program, the first 72, and Metropolitan of New Orleans.
Okay. You consider yourself a drug addict?
No, not really. I do drugs occasionally. I was doing drugs occasionally.
Okay. So you was mostly selling drugs?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you ever had a parole hearing before?
No, sir.
Okay, so this your first one?
Yes, sir.
You was out 4 years and then you relapsed and went back on drugs and you got revoked. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
The law enforcement, your family's unopposed, but there's no law enforcement opposition except for the DA. Everyone else had no comment. And we'll hear from Mr. Myers later on in this interview. Your arrest record, you got a pretty long one, back to 1997. Few violent offenses, a lot of distributions. Have you ever taken any classes since you've been back in prison?
Yes, sir.
What you took?
Cajun Raging, Living in Balance, pre-release. I took job training. I took anger management, substance abuse, and victim awareness.
Okay, that was all in prior ones, correct? Have you taken anything since you've been down since 2022?
Yes, sir.
What is gonna be your residence plan?
My resident plan is to stay with my sister and my sister address till I get my own place and stuff.
Okay, it says you have 11 children, is that true?
Yes, sir.
You have contact with all 11?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many different mothers do you have?
It's 5.
Okay. What's gonna be your sobriety plan?
With that Metropolitan that I was taking in since I've been incarcerated, they got an after release program that I'm attending. And I'm employed right now. I work already. I have a job already.
Where you have your job?
I work at Simpson Auto Repair right now.
You in work release right now?
Yes, sir.
How much money have you saved?
I'm close to $2,500.
Good, good, real good. Your needs are high, your risk is low. Warden, has he had any write-ups since he's been there?
No write-up since he's been here. He's been a model offender here.
Okay, I don't see any other write-ups in his jacket. Have you been written up at all?
No, sir, never.
I have no further questions.
All right. We're here for Mr. Randy Meyer now.
Good morning, Randy Meyer, Assistant DA in Jefferson. We're opposed to Mr. Lucky's request. He has a very, very long criminal record. He was out on good time from offenses in Orleans Parish when he was selling, we got 3 counts of heroin distribution in Jefferson Parish. In March of 22, he was sentenced and received 15 years. I showed the offenses occurred in 2017. I still have some question whether that parole eligibility date is correct. But I had asked staff to check that out, y'all staff to check that out, and DOC came back that it was correct. But looking at his risk assessment, it is low, but it's high for anti-social thinking, substance abuse, education, and total needs. He's had no programs during this current, according to the record before us, he's had no programs. Really, since he's been incarcerated on this charge. He had 100 hours in 2021. And that's essentially it. I don't see any programs dealing with education, with any kind of vocational or self-help programs, self-improvement programs. Those reasons we are, and his very extensive record, criminal activity, we're opposed to his request.
All right, thank you. All right, we're here. Mr. Lucky, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
Yes, sir. To what he was just saying, I never was released. So the programs is the same. I'm still in here on the same time. What he talk about, I got convicted in 2022, but I was already incarcerated. So
How long had you been incarcerated?
I've been incarcerated since I got arrested January 15th, 2020. I didn't get convicted of the charge though until 22. That's what he see. But I got my paperwork right here, so I completed every program that they got in since I've been incarcerated.
Okay. All right, thank you. Panel prepared to vote?
Yeah.
Pete, Brady.
Okay, Mr. Lucky, you received a 15-year sentence. You hadn't served 4 years yet. I think you're doing good work release. You're saving some money. I think you're heading in the right direction, but my vote today is going to be to deny and tell you to reapply as soon as possible. Because if you make it another year without any problems and save some more money, I think I would vote to let you out. Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, Mr. Marabella,
My vote would be the same for the same reasons.
and I vote to deny for the same reasons as stated. Law enforcement opposition, you need more programming, amount of time spent. 3 votes to deny today. Your parole's been denied. We'll adjourn at West Baton Rouge Parish.